Plus is the safety and automation play for trucks. And these systems get a lot of mileage, when we're talking about cars, but very infrequently are people talking about trucks. And Dan, as you know well, coming from a family of truckers, truck owning people, the amount of insurance and the amount of danger is high when you have a big rig coming down the highway. Now, stepping back, the trucks have a lot more safety features in them than cars today for obvious reasons. But as we get into this new generation of trucks, which I think can be defined by advanced safety systems and also electrification, this is where Plus and Nikola come together. So Nikola announced that it's the first company equipping their trucks with Plus's Plus Drive, which you and I got a great demonstration of when we were out visiting the company and talking with CEO David Liu. A little bit of backstory on the Plus Drive. Really, look at that as technology that uses AI and automation to make the driver of the truck more like a pilot. This is not fully autonomous at this point, but when it comes to things like lane change, predictive braking, steering, and which lane to be in to optimize for safety and fuel economy, and also electric fuel economy when it comes to these trucks from Nikola. So Nikola is going to use the Plus Drive for its Tre battery electric vehicles, another acronym that we've brought in here, BEV, and it's hydrogen electric vehicles in the US, and they are going to be available at the end of 2024. This Nikola system gets 330 miles, charging time of 90 minutes with a 300 kilowatt performing charger. It's great to see the future of technology, and these two companies, Nikola and Plus, are absolutely bringing it to the table.
Yeah, so, Pat, I thought that the whole announcement is really interesting. Of course, Nikola has had a bit of a interesting run. This is the company that was allegedly rolling a truck downhill. And so, it's one of those things where I believe that the market has been unscrupulous in many ways and has been incredibly difficult in how it's treated companies in phases of rolling out this tech. But it's just been an interesting storied history here. Yeah. Now, I believe long term that Nikola, first of all, has some really great designs, has some very interesting technology, and more importantly, Plus, you and I have had the chance to actually spend time in their, in their vehicle with a driver, experiencing L2 Plus, seeing the truck work on the highway, and seeing that, the investment being made is going to carry forward a really important industry. Now, you mentioned my history as a family of trucking. My father always said to me, we're one lawsuit away from being broke. And in the trucking industry, it is really, these are large machines. This is a highly skilled job. It's a job that's often in short supply. We saw it during the pandemic. And of course, we're seeing adjustments in the labor supply market right now, but you couldn't get drivers. And this was something that went on. And so we're not looking at L4 yet at this point, but we are looking at next generation L2 Plus that's going to enable drivers to work more safely and deal with more complexity. And so the partnership's important, but the technology, in my view, is even more important. We need the company to continue to build technology that doesn't only end up in Nikola, but ends up in the vast majority of semis to make sure that drivers can balance the work, safety, the profile, the roads. We all know infrastructure in this country lags. And so, In the US, it's going to be very critical. And of course, Plus has a big role to play in China. And of course, the volume of transit and of goods and services being moved around China is going to be even higher and more voluminous. And by the way, the infrastructure is better, largely. And so the ability, especially between large cities, to have autonomous or fully autonomous in the future is going to be something I could see coming even sooner in that part of the world. So partnership's important. The technology is important. The safety profile, I think that's a theme. We mentioned it with Luminar. We're going to mention it here with Plus. I'm happy to see it. I'm looking forward to seeing more companies glom on to Plus and what the company is providing technology-wise. All right, I'm the host.
Two very exciting automotive technology companies. It's fun.
Yeah, it is fun, Pat. And the interesting thing about it all is, we talk a lot about big tech. It's good to see disruptive companies breaking into important markets. And both of these companies, I think, are companies to watch heading into the future.